say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Let's talk about marriage.
They have like a 2-second rebound rate and you're back doing the next pain in the ass thing.
Parenting. Oh my gosh.
They have sucked the pretty right out of me. They treat me like it, and I do their laundry. Lucky me.
Sex.
I'm caught between two evils. I generally like to take the one I never tried.
Scary stuff like ghosts. I know it's totally out of left field, but just go with me on this.
Boo, you whore.
Love.
I give you what you need. That's all. I'm talking about taking care of each other the best you can. What's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
Friendships.
Wink and her necklace says best friends forever.
Sure you wanted to say forever? I don't think you guys will be best friends forever, no offense, but sometimes you grow apart. And maybe she'll find a new best friend. They end up doing everything together.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for listening to the newest episode of the podcast. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a really great weekend. I know my weekend was, I don't know, and I know that this is cliche to say, but I feel like it just went by so fast. Don't you feel that way?
I do.
Like, I feel like yesterday was just kind of a wasted day. And then today was just kind of a big nothing day. And
this is also why I like to have an active weekend.
No. I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining what it was.
But you're saying it's a nothing day. And I'm saying I like the weekends where they're like, I feel more fulfilled when I'm doing things.
Well, I feel like you got stuff done.
I did.
So you should feel great.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just commiserate on my weekend. But you know what? I think it's really good to have weekends where you don't have much going on. I think that's really important to do. Okay. So Ryan, do you know what tonight is?
It's Sunday.
No, to us poor people, it is Sunday, but to the rest of the world, or I guess mostly just people who follow pop culture, last night was the Met Gala.
Oh, yeah. That's so far out of my algorithm.
Well, listen, I'm going to give you a little bit of why it's trending, because I think it's crazy too. And I think it's really weird and pompous, and I'm not into it.
But before you do that, can you describe what the Met Gala actually is? Because all I know of the Met Gala is people dress up sometimes very odd, audacious.
Yeah.
And they walk a carpet, and that's it. That's all I know. That's literally all I know.
Okay. So it's for the Met Gala is the Metropolitan
Museum of Art.
Okay. And it's always been a big thing for like designers. Every year they pick like a theme, and the theme can be like fairy tale.
Okay.
Or gothic romance, or stuff that like is, I don't know. And I've got to look up, what is the theme this year?
But is this gala to raise money for the Metropolitan Museum of Art?
Yes.
And so their way of doing that and inviting everybody that's high end that can bid on things and dress up.
Okay. Let me see. Because I'm trying to see. Okay, this is what it says the theme is for this year. And yes, people go in and I don't think they bid on things, but there's a dinner, and I think it's very expensive to get in, like to get a ticket, to get a table. It's like a lot of money.
And celebrities go because they get all the PR from the world by dressing up and going?
I guess.
Okay,
so the 2026 theme of the Met Gala, oh my God, of the Met Gala centers on sustainability, connection, and artistic expression, which I don't know what that means. Leading the change for women's history and focus on climate action. What the hell is this? Like, I understand if it's like gothic or, like what? Okay, so here's the 2026, all the key themes and campaigns that you can choose if you're going to the Met Gala. Because the Met Gala every year, it's costume art. Okay. So you have to dress in the dress code. So whatever the dress code is for the year, which this is where I would get stumbled up, because what does this mean? Costume art with fashion art dress code. Do you ever get like an invite to something and it's so unclear what you're supposed to wear?
So I've done this a little bit in work meetings or work events and whatnot. And what I've seen in the corporate world is they're almost specific. Now, hey, it's business casual, but here's exactly what that means.
Oh, really?
For men and women.
Oh.
Like not because it's like, hey, you have to wear this.
Yeah.
But giving you guidelines for what that actually means for this particular event.
Okay. So it's Women's History Month for the Met Gala, leading change, women shaping a sustainable future. See, I just feel like this is just like filler words.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like women choosing to sustainably save the environment. Like, how do you make an outfit that looks like this? You know, this is just so confusing to me. There is no theme. The theme is sustainability, connection, and artistic expression. Let's see if any of, let me go through the pictures and let me see what people are wearing. I don't know, maybe. And they always dress so weird. And I get it. Like a couple years ago, Kim Kardashian wore that dress that Marilyn Monroe wore to sing to JFK. She was able to finagle that from the not the Smithsonian. It wasn't that deep. It was like what's the Guinness World Record? What is
The Guinness World Records?
No, but it's another thing. It's like wild, wacky world of things. You know what I'm talking about?
No, you just keep saying these words. I'm like, what do you mean?
Okay, I'm going to think about it like tonight. I'm going to be laying in bed and I'll be like, dang it. Oh, Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Ripley's Believe It or Not had
Owned
Marilyn
the
Monroe.
gown, Marilyn Monroe's gown. It was in their collection.
You're pretty sure about that?
I am almost positive I saw that episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And yes, and she had to lose 30 pounds in a week. And the whole episode, you're like, there's no way she's going to be able to do this because she had to try on a dummy dress. Okay, this is how seriously these people take it. She had to try on a dummy dress before they would let her try on the Marilyn dress. And obviously, Kim Kardashian has a big ass, like she just does. And Marilyn Monroe, I think, was pretty average. I think she was skinny, but I don't think she had a giant trash can ass. And Kim Kardashian did. So they had to try on a dummy dress first to see if it would even partly zip up. And then it didn't zip up. And so she's like, I got a week to lose 30 pounds. And somehow she fit in the dress. The whole time I'm like, she's never going to be able to do this. And maybe it's just me who sets a goal that's unrealistic and of course never gets there. Like when we went to Mexico, I'm like, I'm going to have a 6-pack. And that's not true. I did not have a 6-pack. But, I guess someone with Kim Kardashian's pedigree or, abilities or finances can have all the trainers and dietitians and
abilities.
stuff.
Hold on.
Yes.
You just said Kim Kardashian's abilities.
Yeah.
And what did you mean by that?
Girl. No, abilities she has I guess I have the ability to, but you know what I'm talking. I'm just
I don't.
Okay, listen.
What are her abilities?
Girl. I'm sorry. If you keep asking, I'm going to keep answering with that. Just kidding. No, but she has everything you would need. How easy.
Money?
Listen, we've talked about this before. If money were no object, first thing you would hire is a chef.
Yeah.
Where you could say, make incredibly clean food that's good for you and will help me lose weight, but tastes like fast food. And amazing chefs can do stuff like that.
Not only that, but the amount of time that you put in to cooking.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
There's this girl that I follow on TikTok. She's a chef to a star.
Yeah.
And I'm 92% sure she's Adam Sandler's family chef.
Okay.
But she goes into in the morning, she wakes up at 6. She creates an acai bowl for them. And
is she living?
She goes out in the garden and pulls.
Is she living?
Yes.
So she lives.
She lives in a little tiny house on their property. And every morning, and they just give her the budget because every day she goes to the store and what she doesn't grow, what they don't grow on the property, she'll go to Whole Foods and buy the freshest of fresh seafood and all that kind of stuff. And then she puts on these it's lunchtime. It's normal people for lunchtime. It's a Coke or
an apple,
a Hot Pocket or something disgusting like that.
Sure.
Right. This was salmon tartare on top of leafy greens from their garden. I mean,
why do you think it's Adam Sandler's family?
I think in one video she did say she worked for Adam Sandler and I just never forgot it. And now I just have, but they're this is a big thing. A lot of athletes, chefs.
Oh yeah.
And
athletes have to have it.
Yeah.
But no, if our bank account was in the 7 figures,
that'd be the first thing. What about a maid?
Yeah, sure. But
I don't even think I'd want a maid.
Yeah, like the food,
I'd want 2.
the food, the time,
Yeah.
the knowledge,
The ability.
the abilities.
Yeah, that would be so great
Oh.
to know how to do, because everything we eat is just so processed. I mean, we eat salad and chicken and
really.
stuff. Well, but I mean,
Like, we're pretty good.
we're okay. You're better than I am. You're a lot better than I am. I keep doing this thing at work where I will buy like a bag of candy and fill up this bowl.
Okay.
And I shit you not, people eat candy there like I've never seen before.
Like Grays.
I mean, like handfuls of candy. Never seen anything like it, but it's titillating to me to gauge how much candy was eaten the day before. It's like this stupid game I do.
Yeah. Is it like peanut M&Ms?
It's like, yes, it's like Reese's and Kit Kat and
Oh, so like individually wrapped ones.
yes. Oh God, yeah. What are you thinking?
I didn't know if you got like a king size bag peanut butter M&Ms and dump.
Oh no, I wouldn't do
like a
that. That's
handful.
gross. People go to the bathroom and they don't even wash their hands.
Yeah, radio people.
Anyway, that's not true. Radio people are very clean, at least the building I work in now. So anyway, like a chef would be amazing, but you know what else I've seen on TikTok? And this is so much better than anything I've ever seen before. And it's a woman and she's called a mother's helper. Okay. So you're like, what's a mother's helper? So imagine like right now how our house looks. The dishes need to be switched out, I'm sure. There's toys on the floor in places they shouldn't be. There's laundry that needs to come out of the dryer, stuff like that, right?
Okay.
Like basic everyday things.
Yeah.
The mother's helper comes in like 3 hours a day and just does the shit that you want like a cleaning person to do.
Sure.
Like puts the toys away, hangs the laundry up, like we have a cleaning lady that comes like twice a month and she's great, but it's not like a mother's helper. Like a mother's helper, like fluffs pillows, folds the bedding from the dryer, puts them in the linen closet. If you have one of those, we
Okay.
don't, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like common sense made where it's nice, that you want to wipe down the microwave. That's good. But like, I don't know. Is that being like a bitch to say that?
No, I think that's because here's the deal.
Yeah.
People talk about like, well, a man goes to work, woman stays home. And sometimes that, if you could figure that out, that's nice. However, that's just hardly the case anymore. It was, right, in yesteryear where it was in the 50s, 60s, 70s. But then women started working more in the workforce.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, that time that you could dedicate to being at home to knocking things out, right, which is a 4 or 5 hour a day job at the bare minimum, is
And
not,
it's like
you're spent doing stuff.
Yeah.
And so you do need that time. I don't think it's too ostentatious to say like, oh, it's needed.
I just wonder how much a mother's helper costs because she gets hired to come in like 3 hours a day to someone's house and just digs in. Like one video I saw, the family lives in this huge house and they travel and all this stuff. But one of her things that she had to get done was she had to unpack they went on a big trip, like a European month-long trip. And they got back and all their suitcases were sitting in the foyer. And she had to unpack it all, wash it all, fold it all, put it all, like stuff like that you wouldn't expect like a house cleaner to come and do.
Sure.
But I mean, that would be freaking awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the rich people things I see on TikTok.
Okay.
I see mother's helper, which is amazing. I also see, and I don't know how I feel about this, but there are women who work for rich couples who have babies and they're night nurses. So they come in at like 8:00. They do the feedings of the baby. They rock the baby. When the baby wakes up at 2 a.m. and is hungry or needs a change, they take care of it. And then in the morning, they take the baby into the mother and they leave.
So I can get behind the mother's helper,
Mm-hmm.
the pickup stuff. Like you said, the fluffing of the pillows, all that. I can get behind the chef. I can get behind the maid.
You can't get behind a night nurse.
For that one, that's your kid.
Okay, I'm gonna say two things right now. The first thing is I would agree. I wouldn't want anyone to do that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't enjoy it, but I mean I kind of did enjoy it. I did enjoy it, but I wouldn't want anyone else doing it.
No.
But on the flip side, you're speaking of a man with confidence who also got up in the middle of the night all night, which you didn't.
No, I will say that
You didn't.
no, you took the absolute unbelievable brunt of middle of the night stuff. And I don't know, like you were all about that.
Yeah.
Which is in a good way.
Well,
I'm saying like you were just, we had a routine that time. Like I would go, I'm picturing it now. I would go have like 3 bottles ready, get them all set up, have everything ready to go, put everything ready at night. So it's like you were armed for war. Like here you go. Everything is set. And then pop for a year. You were like, okay, I got this in the night. And it was all, you knocked it out.
Well, I mean, it's not only just feeding them, it's changing their diaper every time they wake up. It's pumping. It's so much. It's so much. And so it's just crazy to think that there's people who hire that out, a night nurse. And I think it's more and more becoming like a thing for people where they can hire somebody.
But
I will say
rich people, sure. But like people now are having trouble filling up their gas tank.
That's true. But I'm talking about people who have chefs and a mother's helper. I mean, these are not like us.
Sure.
These people are not like us. But I don't know if that's something that I would really want.
At what age are you okay with what night nurse to nanny? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What age would you be okay with that? Because this summer we're going to have kind of a nanny.
We are. Her name's JoJo and she's the best.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really flexible with JoJo because
I know, but like she's 8. Murphy's 8, not the nanny.
Right.
Murphy. But at what age are you like, okay, now this is okay?
Like leaving her with a nanny?
Yeah.
This will be the first summer.
No, I know. But
here you go.
I know, but let's just say like at 2.
No, I get scared.
Yeah.
Like this summer, Murphy is old enough and I feel confident that like JoJo can take her to the pool and sit while she swims all summer. And I will feel completely at ease doing that. But I think this is the first year that I will not be also at the pool sitting and watching, just making sure. You know what I'm talking about?
But you won't be?
No, she'll be taking her when I'm working.
Sure.
Or when I'm in second sleep mode.
Okay.
Or maybe I want to get stuff done around the house.
Yeah.
Murphy doesn't want to sit here while I'm folding laundry. And, she's not like other kids where it's just like, here's an iPad. I mean, she kind of is, but she would much rather be doing something physical.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't want to hang out while I do stuff. And you have to do stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't do stuff, it just piles up and then you have no laundry, and you're wearing swimming suit bottoms, which I've totally had to do before. But I think it's interesting. Of all the things you can spend your money on, I totally get a chef. That would be huge. I totally get a mother's helper because it's not even a maid. It's like just somebody that does stuff that you have to do, but you don't want to do, like organizing.
Sure. But can
the
I
drawers.
Tell you?
Mother's lady will do it.
But can I tell you, it's still, so we do have someone that helps clean the house. I would say about once a month.
I try to do every other week.
And I'm working from home and it's just odd. Like, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm just going upstairs. Thanks you for vacuuming my floor.
Right.
It's never not been odd. And I double negative that, but it's true.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
It feels
I feel like a
weird.
jerk walking in.
I feel like a jerk.
A coffee and I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
And I'm sure but you know what? I always think the cleaners probably have more money than I do. Like our cleaner drives a Hummer.
No, and this is her job and she has a company. And so she needs people to fund that company, right? To be a customer.
Mm.
So, circle of life there, circle of commerce rather. But I still feel like I could vacuum.
You could.
But I'm working. And like, it is nice that like, okay, she knocks it out when we're getting stuff done. And I've never not been able to get over that.
How weird that is.
Yeah. No, for me, like that uneasy feeling.
Just of having somebody do, like, here's where I have that feeling, the bathrooms. Like, that's where all your deep, dark secrets are. You know what you're talking about?
Sure.
Like toilets and soap scum in the bathtub. And that's where I'm always like, I'm so sorry.
But when you go to a hotel, like, okay, you leave and they take care of it. But at your house, it's like.
You have to make eye contact.
Yeah.
They're looking at you like, damn, you're disgusting. I don't know. I think about that too.
Yeah.
But I still would love a mother's helper.
I get that.
I don't know.
I get it.
Especially like, and I don't fault really rich people because like I said, we would have a chef, but the night nanny thing is something I don't think I would have ever been okay with. Maybe with Sophie, because it was such a shock to the system to go from like early 20s and sleep till noon and you have like a basic job and you're, you hang out with your friends to literally being up all night. And I've never been a go out girl where I've stayed up all night at the club. So the idea, it's not like I was ever used to being up till 2 a.m. and I'm like, yeah, I used to do this all the time. Like that was such a shock. I will say I got lucky with Murphy because the whole pregnancy I had such bad insomnia and I would stay up all night long. And then when she came, and we brought her home, I still had that insomnia. So it kind of worked. I mean, there were nights where I'd stay up all night and just watch I Love Lucy episodes on silent while you slept. And she'd wake up and I'd already be wide awake because I'm up watching TV and I'd feed her and change her. But that is that's a hard thing to do. But there are some people who are night owls. I wonder, you would surely have to go to like Boulder or Denver or Cherry Creek to be a night nurse, right? Like, there's nobody around where we're at who would hire a nighttime nurse.
I don't know. North of us?
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Cross the tracks. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. But I've become kind of obsessed with following people on TikTok that do these random jobs where I'm like, wow. So that's what it's like to be uber rich, to come home from a trip, just everybody drop your bags at the front and let's go take a nap and the house lady will come and take care of it. Like that is just shocking to me. But I guess for a lot of people, they have the money. So why not? I don't know. Is there anything on TikTok you see and you're like, damn, if I had the money, I would totally be into this?
Really just to travel more. That's for me. Like around the chef's great, maybe a driver, but I don't drive
I like
enough.
to be alone. Plus I have a car that drives itself. So if I ever just kind of want to zone out, I just can make it drive itself.
Okay.
Because I feel like with a driver, I don't think no matter how much money I would ever have, I don't think I could ever be like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Please don't talk.
So,
you know what I mean? So I feel like really wealthy people have that where they could be like, don't talk. I just want to relax. I want to sit quietly. I want to listen to music. I want to read a book. And I always get chatty people. Always.
I get it and I'm happy. Lord knows that I'll talk to anybody, but I get it at haircuts. And my haircuts, typical guy haircut, 20, 30 minutes, done. Easy. Yeah. Right. And haircut to me is like a little bit of therapy. It's just it's just a nice, relaxing. Oh my God! And I really this is awful of me, but like, and I do talk and let's go to town, but I would prefer going in and being like, let me just close my eyes,
yes,
and just you do all the stuff because actually, getting my haircuts, I like the feeling of it, and so I'm just like 20 minutes of just not talking and you doing this would be nice, kind of like a massage.
Yeah. You ever get a massage and then they just talk and you're like,
yeah.
Where was I at the other day? And somebody was a super chatty person. And I never like rude, like shut up. But, you can kind of tell when somebody doesn't want to really talk a lot. Maybe they're tired.
Sure.
Or they just kind of want to zone out. That's why I love being in my car so much because that's the perfect place to just think, zone out, kind of work things out in your head. I couldn't imagine not having that kind of alone time.
Right.
Because really, sometimes that's the only alone time that you have.
I know.
So to have a driver, I would never want a driver unless we were incredibly wealthy and they drove us in like a giant RV somewhere.
Yeah.
Like a tour bus situation.
Okay.
See, that would be really cool. But wah, wah. We didn't win the Powerball this weekend, so we shall continue to go to work and just keep these dreams alive. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Still Awkward with Sadie. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment and do all of those things that really shake the algorithm up. And thank you so much to our wonderful sponsors, Christiana Salon Spa. Go to ChristianaSalonSpa.com and book that appointment. I need to go in and get my hair cut. Because here's what I did. I went like 5 years where I just didn't get my hair cut. And a girl can do that. You just grow your hair longer and longer and longer. And it was long. And then I went and got it. And you know what? She had to cut a lot of dead shit off. I mean, it was crinkly. And so I now have learned if you want healthy hair that grows rapidly but is healthy looking, you got to go and you got to get that trim done. And I've always heard that, but I've always thought that's weird. And then I went into Christiana Salon Spa. And you talk about therapy. There is no therapy like getting your hair done therapy. It's like your hairstylist knows everything and you just tell them all your dirt. It must be a fun job to do that. But anyway, thanks to them. And thank you so much to Wilbur's Total Beverage. This is family owned and operated, is locally owned and operated. They just do such great things in the community. And when you go into their store, it's like a super mega warehouse, but it doesn't have that cold feel. Like they've got an amazing staff. If you have any questions or concerns, and this is the place to go and get gifts. You know what teachers want at the end of the year? They don't want a homemade gift. They don't want a picture frame made out of popsicle sticks. You know what? After having your kid, they need a gift card to buy booze. Sometimes it's just wine. Sometimes maybe your kid, it's tequila. You know what I'm talking about? I know. It's Wilbur's Total Beverage. They're located in Fort Collins, right off of College Avenue. Again, family owned and operated, locally owned and operated. They live right here in the community and they're such good people. So go see them today. And when you go in either place, would you mention you heard it on the podcast? Thank you so much. And we'll be back tomorrow.